So, Lauren, we're here in Atlanta. It's May 4th, Friday, around approximately 8 o'clock. What are you doing?
Man, I'm living life.
How's it feel?
Large.
I'll say. Oh, nice. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I wonder if this is...
middle-aged men that used to play together all the time, but now finally coming together again for a reunion.
It's like a movie. And here comes the stagecoach.
They all look really bored.
Oh no, they're super focused. I wonder if this is part of the wedding.
The guy playing the bass reminds me of Mr. Moonlight. Oh, the cute little face.
He's a rock star. Today is May 4th. It's a little before 1:30 p.m. and I am over on the edge of Stone Mountain and Fulton County, Atlanta. I've come here today for an orientation session with the Family Refugee Center over here, so I can start teaching people weekly small lessons in English. And I'm really excited about that because I feel like, as of now, my pursuit of the Peace Corps is sort of plateaued. I can start putting together my application, but until I really graduate and get some like this experience under my belt and everything, I don't really feel like I can do much to further, I guess, myself down that path. So I'm happy to be here today because I feel like this is a small step towards the commitment that I want to make for the Peace Corps. And I've sort of realized that in all things, I think people in my generation are frustrated because they don't know what to do with their lives. And ultimately, they've just not taken a step in any direction. Because even as I'm trying to attain a position with the Peace Corps, I still have doubts about whether or not it's the right thing, and all of like these feelings about, you know, what the experience will do for me, where I'll go, if I'll like it. I'm sure that I will love it. I'm sure that I'll be happy wherever I go, and I'm sure that it's the right decision. But in the process leading up to it, it's kind of like a roller coaster, and you just, you have a bunch of thoughts. And I think it's ultimately just a fear in my generation of people to put your foot forward towards something that means like a very firm and absolute commitment, sort of like a marriage or having a child or something like that. And so, all that to say, I'm happy to be taking this small step, though it may be, this step further towards the realization of that goal. I'm going to take a sip of tea real quick and then talk about that. So I biked 15 miles to the position I'm at now, which is a pretty far one-way commute. And I'm pretty disgusted with the American diet. That's one thing I'm stoked to get away from, because I had this weird craving for unsweetened iced tea, which I've never had that craving before, but I just really wanted to drink that once I got off my bike. And so I went to 2 gas stations hoping to find a QT, because I think they have the most variety. And so I went to this one gas station and just looked through all their drinks, and every single one of them had horrible ingredients. And some of them even surpassed horrible ingredients. Like there's apparently something like a Jolly Rancher soda, which I can only imagine how fucking disgusting and awful that must be for your body. These people are such imbeciles. I really hate the way people eat here in this country. That is one thing I cannot wait to get away from. And so I had to settle with a peace tea, which isn't necessarily a bad drink in terms of ingredients, but still I wanted that simple taste of just pure tea, which maybe I'll just have to start making that myself. But I'm a little frustrated about that right now at the moment. I'll take another sip. It is delicious, but I mean, sugar tends to be anyway, that nonsense aside, so I'm here early. I didn't really know how long it would take me to get here, or really even where I was going, although once I got in the general area it was pretty simple. And I have about 40 minutes or so until I need to head over there to get acquainted with the person who I guess will be showing me the ropes and everything. And I'm really happy about that. I don't really feel like I have much more to say. So for now, that might suffice as an update of my current position and my daily goings on. Peace. Today is May 6th. It's about 11:30. And currently I'm doing push-ups, but the clip that's going to follow features me and Josh meeting each other this morning, the same Sunday morning, for coffee and a talk, which is something that we've been doing now at least once a week. And it's been really, really good for, I think, each of us as individuals, but also just in terms of our friendship. I think we're really rekindling like a very ancient fire that he and I both shared a few years ago, more so than we have in the past couple years, just with everything that's changed about us and where we put ourselves and everything. It's really cool, very much so a rebirth. So this is a small clip of the overall conversation that we had that took place at a coffee shop over by Grant Park. I'm gonna record this. That's cool with me. Just don't let it,
try to ignore it. You shouldn't have showed it to me.
just
I
don't
didn't even realize it was there. But now it's too late now.
You'll forget about it.
I will.
There's this thing called habituation, and you're definitely a bitch.
Oh. I'm not smoking right now.
Cool.
Starting to
I can tell, actually.
Oh, yeah?
That you're not smoking right now.
Oh, wow. You must be a genie on it.
Cool. Do you have any cigarettes to smoke?
No.
That helps, then.
Yeah. No, I made sure last night I said, after this, you're done. For about the 9th time in a week and a half. So.
Yeah. I talked to that girl in there.
Yeah.
She asked me if I still went to State, the one who took our orders and stuff. And she apparently used to smoke at the little circle thing, or the square.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Her face looked familiar, but I don't really look familiar, too. You probably saw her.
Yeah. I was only ever up there with y'all. Not very much.
Yeah, that was a time when you were very...
Hanging out with Nikki hardcore.
Most of the time, yeah. Is that a skeleton made of, guitar stuff?
Huh?
Your shirt?
Oh, yeah. This is Oscar's old shirt.
Really?
I traded him one of my shirts for this.
Wow.
I think it was the shirt that didn't fit me, and he was wearing this, and I saw it, and I was like, dude, can I have that? So,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Would you ever go into the Peace Corps?
I don't know. Yeah, I would definitely not be opposed to it. I just would think that there might be something else I'd rather do. I don't know.
Is that feeling that there might be something else you'd rather do present in everything that you think you might want to do? That there might be something better than doing what...
It's weird. It's like, this is what I equate it to. And I equate it, I feel like the thing I understand best is music, so I like to use that as a metaphor to explain. So I'm going to do that here. But it's like, I don't know, it's like the more you know about something, the more you just like everything. Mm-hmm. And it's like the more I'm learning about music, the more I just like all music.
Yeah.
So it's like I can listen to whatever I want. It's just I don't don't know. It just becomes simply a matter of choice and not what's best, because there is no best. So it's like, yeah. Go on.
Do you think that music therapy, like something that like Anna was doing, would be something you'd be interested in? No. Why so?
It's weird. I don't even really understand what music therapy is. 'Cause I remember thinking, okay, that sounds cool, but then it's like, I don't know. I don't understand what it is. It's not what I thought it was. It's like less abstract than I thought it was. Oh, it seems like an abstract thing, you know? Music therapy, but it's not. It's like a very specific thing that they do in groups, and they don't even like pick specific musics. I don't know. It doesn't seem as cool as I thought it was.
Yeah.
So, it's my boss's wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird. What a coincidence. Small world.
Neighborhood family, man.
Oh, I
see him like out walking or something every time I'm over here. Typical.
Last night, this guy came over to my apartment that's friends with one of my roommates. He's actually the guy who got me the space in that house.
Yeah.
He was really, really drunk. Like, retarded drunk.
Yeah. Did he drive over there?
I don't know how he got over there, but he must have gotten dropped off because this morning my roommate Erica had to take him back to wherever he had to go. So not only did he like inconvenience her last night by totally just falling, like he showed up without asking.
Yeah.
But then he was
showed
like
up without asking.
Showed up without asking. Yeah.
Was he trying to get in there?
I think he was, because he was being really touchy with her, and I was getting like really uncomfortable with it. So I tried to do like that classic like, hey Erica, can I talk to you for a second? So like I made up this thing. I was like, hey, I went to the kitchen and I was like, hey Erica, what do you think we should do with this rice? And she came in there and Russell followed her, and we had to have like a stupid conversation about rice. But I ended up texting her. I was like, if things get too weird, let me know and I'll help you, because he was like touching all over her, like grabbing her. I can only imagine that most girls must be sexually assaulted. Like,
dude, yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, I think about that all the time too. It's like I don't know, man. That shit is fucking nuts. I mean, just look at like somebody like Jake's attitude towards women.
Yeah,
that's like he's assaulting women in his head everywhere he goes. So that's, like, I don't know. That's the same to me as physical assault.
Yeah.
I can't think that way.
that's what Jesus did.
Yes. I always think about that too.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the moment I heard it in Bible study when I was in like third grade, and it has never left my mind.
It's pretty profound.
And I still feel terrible if I think a lustful thought about another woman. So.
You know what I heard recently by something Alan Watts said that I thought was really cool? Almost could sum up his entire like message.
What?
Christianity is about being good, and Buddhism is about being wise.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Because Christians are preoccupied just with being good.
Yeah.
It's an action-based religion, whereas Buddhism is more contemplative and just like thinking about what wisdom is. And I think you can be wise and good, but you can't be just good and then therefore be wise.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that's not what I've read many different accounts. It's like the idea of like act and the brain will follow. You know, that's a huge thing in AA. They're dealing with so many people that are retarded. They can't like purposely change the way they're thinking. So they literally, the only choice they have in that point. Yeah, it's like a desperate scenario. Like it can work for the most desperate of cases to just be good, just act, and then everything else will follow. It may take the rest of your life. I see. It's a really long process, but
so maybe Buddhism is just more like cerebral and heady.
I think Buddhism is like, it's all going to the same direction, but Buddhism is just, it's a fast way, and there's no reason to say it's a better way. Like it's all the same. So,
go ahead. When you were in rehab, did you ever feel like you fit in there, or did you always feel like you were just not supposed to be there?
I had an inkling at the bottom that I was not supposed to be there the whole time, but I remember thinking the whole time before. In fact, the entire time I was in. I don't think she recognized me. The whole time I was in there. And I didn't realize this until after I got out, that I probably shouldn't have been there. But it was like the whole idea is that you have to do it no matter what you think. You have to throw everything out of your head. Yeah. Like use 100% trust. So I was like, I guess I'm going to do that.
And it worked, I guess, right?
Well, it worked in making me realize that is bullshit.
Yeah.
It helped a lot. It did not do what they said it would do. For for the same reasons. It was, I don't know, it was just kind of mixed up, but it helped a lot to be there. I learned, that was the greatest learning experience of my whole life, so crazy. So, really would like to go 30 days clean again, just to experience that. So.
You could, man. You should.
Yeah, I could, and I should. So. I need to take a break off the herbals.
You can start today if you want.
Yeah,
I
already started. So
mini support group.
Let's do it.
Okay,
let's do it. I go 7 days. So
what?
Yeah, a week without weed.
Do you have herbals? So that'd probably be harder to resist in that case.
Yeah, well, for now, I'm not gonna smoke that until nighttime every day. Mm-hmm. That'll be, I guess, a weaning process. But I started that yesterday, though.
Yeah. Intense.
Yeah. Sucks.
Anything going on at the house? New?
No.
Same old
shit. I don't know.
When are you moving out?
June sometime.
That's really fast.
It's going to happen very soon.
Yeah.
It'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, dude, summer
will be
getting
to move in.
So what?
I wonder if they're going to get anybody to move in.
I would think they would have to, otherwise they'll have to pay a ton more.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sure they won't. I know it's just going to end up paying all that fucking money.
Man, I wonder if Jake will move up there.
I wonder that too. Well, somebody needs to move into that room.
Yeah.
That's a third full bathroom.
Yeah, for sure.
It would just be wasting a bathroom.
It would be hard to get someone, I think, who's not in our friend group to look at that space and be like, yeah, I want to live here.
Yeah, dude. I agree.
Cockroaches everywhere, and like,
what they could do is clean it up really good and like designate like a basement room, or Noah could move out of that room, and then like some other person, they can just go in through the bottom and leave out of the bottom.
True. Yeah, I don't think Noah's willing to do that though.
Yeah, I wouldn't think he is either. So.
Yeah. I know he loves the temperature down there, plus the seclusion is like absolutely necessary, I think, for him.
He can have that same seclusion in the upstairs room.
He could, but I don't, you're right.
He couldn't leave the house without being seen. But most of the time he doesn't do that anyway. He always comes up and leaves out the front door.
Yeah.
It's a funny little dog.
Oh, man. There's this mountain that's not too far away from here called Elijah Mountain. You ever heard of it? I biked maybe most of the way there yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like, it was 13 miles one way just to get to about 5 miles away from it. But it's over in this area, like way east, like, it's Candler Road?
Yeah.
Like if you just keep going down Candler Road, it turns into Flat Shoals Parkway.
Oh, having a hard time with that.
That happens. It's a slow Sunday. But that might be a cool place to go to. I'm gonna check it out sometime.
Right on.
I didn't have enough water at the time to get there.
Dude, we could go to Sweetwater Creek sometime.
That's not too far either.
Yeah. That place is really cool. I've been there before. Very, very cool. Let me tell you.
I had a customer say that I should go there too the other day.
It's really tight. It's like a 7-mile trail around this big lake, and then there's a big broken down mill.
Oh, that's cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
That'd be fun. Go. Yeah, we don't really have to have our next adventure be like another camping thing. We could just do something like that.
Yeah. Indeed.
So that might require a break at least, because that's probably 24 miles one way.
Oh, it would take all day.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, in the car, it takes all day. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about the same distance as Union City, which is the furthest south I've gone, but it's further west.
You're talking about the mountain?
Talking about Sweetwater.
I thought Sweetwater Creek was west.
It is west.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like southwest of the city.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is definitely west.
I see.
It's like southwest.
I'm starting to get it. I think I understand.
It's not so hard. It's elementary.
My dear. Yeah, dude. Yeah. There's a change coming about me. And I think this is all I've been able to learn from it, is that I just need to keep filling. I need to keep doing stuff.
Yeah.
As I can never find out what's going to happen with all that tension.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be out of control of that tension. So.
Sorry.
That's okay. You're good. Idle hands, the devil's playground.
That's what it is, man. I got dangerous idle hands, and I love to be idle.
Yeah.
But it's like got to the point where my brain is just screaming. It's like it's over.
Yeah.
Your idle time is done.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you have to get up, and you're not sitting back down until you die. So
I know what you mean.
I just gotta accept it.
You gotta figure out about your Jewish heritage, too.
Maybe that will help.
You learn about Schlivik Liner.
We'll be moving in with Nikki too. She's buying a house. That'll
Sure.
help too.
That's awesome. When is she going to be approved, you think? Monday?
Yeah, well, she got to wait till Monday to send in 2 more documents, and then they should be telling her how much she's approved for. So.
Wow. Is there a chance for full coverage? Or is that not even? That's like to pay for the whole house?
That's insurance. Well, no, that's what they'll pay for the whole house.
Wow.
The way it works is you find the house you want. You get approved for a loan up to a certain amount of money. Then you find the house you want.
Okay.
And depending on the loan, the location, that kind of house, that determines how much you got to put down. And like he's already told us that we're gonna have to put down 2.8 if we get a loan of $80,000.
Wow.
That's what we're asking for.
Yeah.
And so that's like $3,800.
Wow.
Or $2,800, $3,800. So we're gonna have to scrounge. I'm gonna have to ask my parents. We're gonna ask everybody we know. Money. And just save. So then you do that, and then you just the bank just pays the dude, and then you keep paying the bank.
Okay. Wow. That's crazy. I was actually, when I was in Tallahassee, I had this conversation with my dad and my uncle, and they said back like in the 70s and 80s, you had to put down 20%.
Yeah, but she was a lot cheaper too.
Well, relatively, I suppose, but it was still like.
And then credit cards came out, and they're like, we can scam these fuckers.
But imagine if you had to pay 20% of $80,000.
Wouldn't be buying a house.
Nah,
that's for sure.
Definitely
would never fucking happen.
That's so much money.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think my parents put 20 down on the house that we have now.
For real?
Yeah.
They didn't buy it though, did they?
They did.
Oh, did your grandparents buy it and then they're paying it back?
They paid it back in 7 years, I think.
Really?
Yeah, they own that house.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
They did it quick, man.
Yeah, they did. But they did. I mean, the thing about Mame and Papa paying for the house is that they still, I think there was still interest, and they borrowed from Mame and Papa at the same interest rate that was prevalent at the time. So it was weird because I guess they did it so that they could buy it in cash and not have to pay a bank back, but it was still like buying from the bank.
Yeah, they could have just done it through the bank.
Yeah.
Weird. I wonder why they did that.
I guess just the security of it.
Yeah.
It's nicer to owe your in-laws or your parents than it is the bank.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Some might disagree with that.
Yeah, I could have. Yeah, for sure. Although my dad's side of the family is really savvy when it comes to money. Just look at Steven, you know. He's got so many houses.
Very smart. Very rich.
Steven and Jim and Lynn, they bought a bunch of property in Florida right before the market turned sour.
Really?
And so they took a tremendous loss. Uncle Lynn in particular.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I think
like drop a bunch of his capital.
Yeah. I think his land he bought, I think is worth 8% of what he bought it for. It's just it's vacant space. So
I wonder how much percent of his capital he invested in.
I think he lives comfortably still, but I don't think he has excessive amounts of money. So I bet you he put like 35% of whatever he had into some land, hoping for yeah.
What a bummer. I don't like investing. This thing is so stupid. So dumb. If I were Jake, I wouldn't have invested any of that money.
I'm sure he just got talked into it. And the guy told him that he would be a millionaire when he was 50. Like, that fucking matters. That's crazy.
He was not going to be a millionaire when he's 50.
If he is a millionaire, he'll have $1 million. And that will go... I mean, when you're 50... It's so backwards to save up all that money for when you're finally starting to have your body disintegrate.
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
You waste your youth working hard so you can sit around and do nothing when you're older. Fuck that.
It seems like a scam. I don't know what it would benefit, but it just doesn't seem right. So.
And Social Security is going to be drained in the 2020s. So
we're not going to have any money.
No. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't care, man.
I don't really care.
It's fine. I'm already used to that sort of life.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it for the rest of it. So.
Move to Costa Rica like you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because they make you worry so bad about when you get old. It's going to be so hard. But then when you sit there and think about it, who gives a fuck, dude?
worst comes to worst, you just die.
Yeah. You just lay on the road and you die. So it's not that bad.
Every old person has to cross that threshold where they decide to lay on the road.
I remember that thing George Carlin said about knowing, like, taking a warning of 5 minutes before you die. What did he say? He was like, if that happened to me, like, I would go to, like a workout place with one of those big wall mirrors and do that, like in the calisthenic class. Yeah. And when I got that ding, the 5 minute ding, like, I would go attach as many dumbbell weights to me as I possibly could. Turn the treadmill on all the way, set it up right in front of the mirrors, and jump on it, and send shards of glass all over everybody in the class. Is what he was saying.
Was that in one of his books?
No, it was in. Maybe it was. It might have been in Napalm's Silly Buddy.
I wonder because I know a lot of his stuff, but there are a few albums I don't know. So maybe he has one from Chicago and New York or something like that.
I couldn't tell you where it came from. It might have been in the book. So.
Do you regret any of your tattoos, or do you still like them all? I know that there's
the gorilla one. I'm cool with, so I don't care at all, man. Give me bullshit on my arms, anything.
You should go to the Amazon and just get like ink sleeves, just
That'd be awesome.
Dark ink.
That'd be so cool, dude. That's like the extreme idea of what I have in mind, is to cover all the skin.
Yeah.
That is it. Like, that's the idea. So, be covered.
What's the most expensive tattoo that you paid for? Darth Vader.
No, it's this one.
Yeah.
It was $80.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
Got a really good deal on it.
They did a really good job too.
Yeah. This dude, Sam Parker, he's a really good artist.
Can I see it again? Yeah, that shading's really
All the
good.
shading is free-handed in there.
Wow. This one looks like it's faded a little bit.
Yeah, I cut it.
Did you cut it?
Yeah, I cut right there.
Oh, really?
I thought it would just take all the ink out, but there's still some in there.
Huh.
There was like a burn or something.
Yeah, work-related or something.
Work-related.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah, and I got tattooed over this scar.
Huh.
Remember that scar? From when I busted the glass.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Ink in it.
Huh.
It felt really weird. It's the weirdest feeling, one of the weirdest ones I've ever had in my life.
Was it like a numbness that felt?
It was like, God, it's so weird. It was like a scary pain.
Yeah.
But it didn't hurt as bad. But it was like more scary, which made it more painful. It was like, I can't explain it.
Was it like when you're, like the scariness when you wake up and your hand's asleep? It's like it's numb.
It's like that times 100. So worse even.
Kaioken times 100. I just watched Goku beat Vegeta last night.
Really?
Yeah. I'm almost done with the first season.
I just watched, or last night I watched, what's it called? That was when Gohan transforms. He looks at the moon. And he's on top of that cliff.
When he's with Piccolo?
Yeah.
Did I tell?
What?
That's funny.
To think. How ironic.
The dub is so bad with their lips.
Yeah.
But I wonder, every time I watch it, I wonder how long it took them. Like, how many times did they have to watch that to figure out how much space they had to fill in an appropriate English equivalent?
Yeah, it's weird that they even wasted their time doing all that.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Have you heard the original?
Such a huge market. So, huh?
Have you heard the original voices?
Yeah.
They're awful.
Oh, really?
Goku sounds like a little girl. Vegeta they all sound like women. Just like pathetic women. Goku especially.
I gotta hear that.
It's so annoying.
The dub version doesn't play on my computer for that.
Yeah.
It's a weird website.
It is weird. It almost seems like it shouldn't be a real one.
It works so well in some ways, but in other ways it's non-existent.
I spent like 2 hours last night trying to help Ellie make that account. That was so difficult.
A Yahoo account?
It was a Japanese Yahoo auction account. And it was just like impossible.
So you had no success?
No success. And I was really hoping that it would be successful because that'd be cool to help her from like 7,000 miles away.
How were y'all communicating?
Facebook. Yeah. Just did not work though.
Seems like complicated as shit.
It was.
That way, too.
I've never tried to do that in Japanese anyway, but then not to mention I had to like get all of her information to like fill out this little form. She's a really cool girl though.
I bet she digs you, dude.
She is like a straight up warrior.
Up, so.
Yeah.
The warrior?
Dude, you have no idea.
I can tell based on the pictures and the cars that
Yeah.
she do, so.
She's a total like, she spends most of her time by herself, but it's cool because when I first met her, I didn't think she had like the capacity to love, but what it actually was is that she like loves so big that I wasn't even looking for it at that grand a scale. I was looking for a small pinpoint, and it turned out to be like a huge gaping area.
Yeah.
Like a canyon. Yeah. It's intense.
I find that you never assume
Oh yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. Not to mention, she's from a completely different culture, so I was using like my American understandings to.
It's like something that you can't even fathom.
No, totally not. Totally not. I could get placed in Bulgaria with the Peace Corps too, so that would be
wouldn't that be destiny, dude?
for sure.
I think if that happens, you know what was meant for you.
I wonder. How you doing on coffee?
Even more than half left.
I'm gonna go get a refill.
Right on.
This next clip is another conversation that Josh and I had the morning of May 7th, and it took place at Park Grounds. Just another discussion about life, love, the pursuit of drappiness. I got stuck in the rain last night. Good Lord.
Did it rain hard?
It rained hard.
I must have been asleep before it started raining over where we were at, because I didn't hear any rain at all.
Did you literally go to bed the second I left?
No, I stayed up and chilled for a little while. Maybe it didn't rain over here or over there.
Well, it wasn't so hard. Like, I wasn't absolutely drenched, but it was definitely a thorough soaking.
Yeah, I wasn't paying much attention to my fan was on, so.
Yeah, it probably wasn't too bad inside, but outside it was pretty intense. There was a lot of lightning, a lot of thunder. I made it back. I ain't no lightning rod.
Damn right. Own it.
Currently owning.
Own the fact that you're not a lightning rod. Own it.
Is that what you want me to do for the next shot?
Yeah.
Hey, this one I want you to pretend like you are not a lightning rod.
And I want you to really own it.
There's this guy I work with named Denzel. He's going to New York for a internship at the Brookhaven Institute, and he's going to be
Brookhaven Institute.
I don't know if it's a specifically famous one for particle physics, but he's going to be doing particle physics research, like looking for the Higgs boson.
So he knows some shit, huh?
He does. I was shocked too, because he goes
Where do you go
to
to school out here?
Atlanta Metro College.
Awesome.
You know that place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like what you got to do if you got to do it for cheap. So
It's crazy though, because I mean, to get an internship all the way up in New York with something that serious, like how on earth?
dude, I'm not surprised to hear that, man.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. It's just like all it means is that he's got ethic.
Yeah.
Because that's all it takes to give something like that is work ethic.
He's definitely ethnic. His name is Denzel.
Washington. Is he black?
Yes, he is.
Even more power to him.
Yeah, totally. We talked a little bit about physics before he left last night.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you should watch What the Bleep Do We Know. If you need a cursory overview of basic quantum physics, as if there is such a thing, dude.
Here's a cursory overview. Everything is nothing, and you are everything.
The other day when I finished off my grandpa and I was laying in bed, my roommate was trying to watch Drive.
Yeah.
Which I saw bits and pieces of. That movie is violent.
That movie is really good. It's actually not that violent.
I don't know what you're
You
comparing.
might have only seen one of the few violent parts of the movie.
But,
So
I mean,
when it does get violent, it's like,
at the end it's pretty violent.
yeah.
But, I was listening to that most relaxing song in the world, you know? That Marconi Union song that I told you about that, right?
I don't think so.
There's a song that was made in conjunction with scientists to be relaxing.
Yeah.
And
Does it work?
Yeah. It sends your mind into this weird, like, bodiless phase, especially if you've seen Grandpa.
Damn,
and I
dude.
felt like...
I gotta try that.
Yeah, it's really... I'll send you the song.
Yeah.
I felt like I understood, like, the earth, like, as a metaphor for the human body. Like, the human heart is like the mantle of the Earth moving and everything,
I definitely
circulating.
understand that metaphor. It's hard to not see that metaphor in everything.
But I felt like it was actually not even so much a metaphor, but like the Earth.
True.
Yeah, like the Earth gave birth to life, and everything in life mirrors the Earth because we're part of the environment.
Imagine if you were an infinitesimally small human being.
Some would say that I
am a
am.
human. You would see a Milky Way,
It's true.
and you would just it's all the same. It's just on different scales.
Everything is a microcosm.
Yes.
I agree with that.
An atom is a solar system.
Exactly. They rotate just like planets.
They do the exact same. And it's like, it would be like in the denser parts of your body would be stronger clusters of stars, stronger clusters of galaxies and whatnot, and then in the spacious parts there'd just be big open space. So
Undifferentiated homogeneity.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I like the sound of that.
Homogeneity.
Are those
This
two
guy's just so funny.
made y'all look?
It's that small one has a like little timid sister, and then the old one is like the older, like courageous but semi-retarded brother.
Let's sit, sis. Let's sit till Master is done with his drink.
She's inside on the computer.
She'll be back soon. She always is.
Don't be too excited when she comes out. She gets mad.
Hold your ground. Don't look.
It's like she cracked me the fuck up. I was calling the siblings.
The siblings.
Yeah.
It's like Bo Ridley times 2.
Oh, really? It's like Ridley Scott.
Through that. Like, brother, I want to see what's over here. Nothing. Brother, why is there still nothing?
Sister, this is pointless. You've been here before.
But I have no memory. Master, is that you?
Think, sister.
I'm.
Will come to mind.
I remember. I remember this place.
You were here not long ago.
Right. It was the 2nd of September, 1986.
Fool, you were not alive.
Oh no! The memories of reincarnate life. Other dogs. Where's May?
She's boot scooting around.
Boots a scoot.
She always gets right on the other side of the tree. What she doing?
Did the boys make a ruckus last night after you went to bed at all?
Not that I heard.
I heard that Jake took Noah's drum set without asking.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I guarantee you, not only did he take Noah's drum set, but he took pieces of my drum set too. 'Cause that's
Oh,
what
really?
They've been doing. It pisses me off, man. I know they took my hi-hats. I know they took my snare.
Yeah, they definitely took your snare because Noah's snare's in his car.
And his hi-hats are set up in the corner. So if they took whatever the drum set was, that's what they took of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're that stupid.
They're fucking idiots, dude. They've taken his PRS without asking them to.
I remember that.
He was fucking pissed off. He actually threw shit.
Yeah.
He broke the window.
Yeah, that guitar is worth more than Jake's car.
Yeah. It's worth like at least 2 of Jake's cars.
Oh, yeah. Which, I mean, considering his car is not worth anything, maybe even
I'm
6.
giving him the benefit of the doubt, saying his car's worth about $3,000, so, which is probably not.
Damn.
Yeah. So they took. Well, what did he do with the drum set?
I don't know. I'd assume he left it there, to be honest.
Wherever he brought it.
Yeah. But I don't really know.
They used to be able to jump the fence until they remodeled it.
Really?
Them, yeah. Fly over the fence.
Master. Don't poke fun.
Doggy. Doggies. They don't hang with nobody. They're loners.
Yeah. Reminds me of Lucky, but in a different kind of
Yeah,
weirdness.
this is similar to Lucky. They got a weird, like the weird thing going.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that their owner might like hit them a little bit or something. Because they act really weird around their owner, and their owner can be like extreme temper about them. And
Really?
they're just dogs. Like they get excited to see her and she starts yelling at them.
Hopefully she doesn't have kids.
I don't think so. She doesn't look like it.
I know what you mean.
She may have drowned them.
The children.
That type. Crazy lady.
I remember there are a few people diagnosed as that type of personality when we took the Myers-Briggs test for personality traits.
Really?
You were a child runner.
You were fucked up.
Hey.
Shit.
Hey.
Hello, boob.
Is that glass?
Yeah, there's glass all over here.
Is that part of the
I
scenery?
just pick it up when I see it. I don't know how it gets here.
Maybe because the owner puts these freaking forlorn glass tables underneath this big old oak that's freaking prehistoric with its broken
Never
limbs.
seen a broken anything. So go figure.
Maybe he comes out here for target practice when he gets drunk, Josh. After hours, you wouldn't be here, remember?
Look, unless he's got a silencer, he'd be waking up the whole neighborhood, and thus cops get called neighborhood watch, dude.
It's called Paintball Championship, Josh.
Paintball still makes noise, still frightens the
Yeah, it's
neighborhood folks. No, it's a crashing gate. Oh man, do you know what I figured out that is just like so cool?
What?
I was thinking, I heard this thing on NPR. They were talking about Kraftwerk. You know Kraftwerk?
Kraftwerk?
Yeah. It's this band from Germany that invented synth music.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were saying they were interviewing all these different people, like different famous electronic artists, asking them about Kraftwerk. Everybody loves Kraftwerk. They're really cool. They were talking about how it went like today. Obviously, you just hit the fucking keys. But
Yeah.
back then, all synth is gated noise. So they would gate the noise to make it sound how they wanted it to sound, and they would spend hours. Like if you listen to a Kraftwerk song,
Yeah.
it's like really simple electronica.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because it's actually really fucking complicated with the way they were doing it. It's really cool.
When you say gated, what do you mean?
It means like, you know how like when you get on like Adobe Audition, you like fuck with the gates.
I've never
There's
done
like,
that.
I haven't done much of it. I've just like tried it, but I imagine that what it does is you can just choose what frequencies are coming through the sound. So you take one general noise sound,
Right.
and you just do whatever you want with it.
Oh, okay.
And you can make it sound like any drum. You can make it sound like any note, any style. There's just I guess there's probably a limit to what you can do.
Because ultimately, sound is just frequency, right?
Yeah,
so
it's all just gated noise, and that's what it is coming out of a keyboard too. Is it's got like mechanisms to gate the noise when you press the key. That's just so fucking cool.
My roommate, who lived in the Sampson Street lofts with me, was really into synthetic music and all synth music, I guess. He knew about all that stuff, like the ohms and the frequency, and he had all these.
It's really interesting.
It is interesting. It's a definite. It's almost bridges the gap between like science and music.
Oh yeah, dude, 100%, man. It really does.
Yeah.
It's all math. It's like math and experimentation.
I don't know if he could be jammed with because he'd rely too much on. He's so conscious of what he's doing that I don't think it's very free flow.
Can't imagine.
Who knows?
But maybe he could.
Maybe that's
I don't
just
know.
his style.
I feel like because if I were like that, I would be like, if I were jamming, I would enter a different mentality to play with another. But I think about it harder when I'm just by myself. That's the trick to jamming forever, is to not think about everything. So.
Dog has poop on its butt.
It keeps just pooping a little bit. This guy's got enough of that stomach, it looks like. So.
He's intact too.
It's against the rules.
I read, dude. When I first read that, I was like, intact? What the hell? You bring a half a dog?
You gotta think about it.
Yeah.
It's okay. He's a good boy. He ain't causing no problems.
It's a little poopy.
Yeah. Been doing that all day.
That looks pretty miserable.
Yeah, it's gonna suck.
Oof. Oof. Ew, it makes noise.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah, you heard it?
Nothing.
It sounded like what it should sound like. Yeah, squeaky, kind of wetty. Well, now we understand why, I guess.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Thirsty? Is there any water out here?
You gonna go to Jake's Trench Party show?
I didn't even know there was one.
Oh, I saw it online this morning.
When is it?
The last Trench Party. Actually, don't know.
The last one I thought was already supposed to happen.
This one is advertised as the last one forever.
Yeah, I might go. Depends what day it is, what time it is. If I have to work. I totally forgot about the Schroeder show. So there's a huge chance. The one you went to it, I think.
Oh yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance I might forget about the Trench Party one too.
I'm not going to the Trench Party shoe. The Trench Party sucks.
But it's the last one.
Saying that for years. Still sucks. Except for those keyboard songs you made, those were good.
Oh, Jake. It's always a good sign when the birds make noise when they sing. I think it makes, to me it always means that the rain is over and that it's passing and it won't come again for hours.
Yeah. I was hearing little sprinkles before this too, so they're feeling.
Could be wrong.
I don't want to play, I just want to sit, but that's okay. Sometimes I just do that, and it's still equally good.
As long as she's outside, yeah, that's all I want.
while Josh and I were at Park Grounds, one of my fellow Whole Foods employees showed up. His name is Joe. He's a really, really good guy. And I was stoked when I saw him walking up because he's one of the people at Whole Foods that I feel like I can really, talk with and communicate on a level that is not necessarily purely based on the work we're doing. And so he went to Park Grounds the same day that Josh and I were there, and he walked out and we had a little conversation about his home and what he was doing in the area and everything, and it was great. I was happy to see him before I had to go to work. He was lucky enough to actually be off, so I think he was able to enjoy and relax a little bit more than I was. But nonetheless, this is my friend, as I like to call him, Joseph. Good. What's up? Do you have a dog?
No.
No.
I know Johnny really well, so.
Cool.
Our neighbor. I live right over here.
I know, yeah, that's awesome. This is my friend Josh.
Hey, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. That's my dog.
Hi. Little Ming. She's a wild one.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Happy to see you.
It's a chow mix?
Yeah. I think chow and Australian cattle dog.
Do you work today?
Off. How about you?
I work at 1:30.
1:30?
1:30 to 9.
So this day and Thursday I'm off, but I have to go to the store meeting at like 6:30.
Oh, yeah. 6:30 sharp, right? Man.
Yeah, no, we want to get a dog, but we have to put in a fence in our yard first.
Yeah.
What do they do? Just do laps?
Yeah.
And I think you might be the one who incited this riot, too. Where you walked out here and got my dog excited, and then she got the other dog excited. It was just a chain reaction.
Never go the opposite way.
Oh, yeah. Clockwork. So where's your house from here?
I live over in Chester.
I used to live on Chester.
You live on Chester?
I used to.
There's a block there that used to be a bunch of double shotgun apartments.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And we live in a converted one that's converted to a single family. One of the first ones there on Chester and Pearl. Chester and Field.
I didn't know that they renovated those.
Yeah. They're doing the back out ones too. There's an alley that goes behind there, and they're renovating all those too. So.
Remember, that was like my cat's playground.
Your cat's playground?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had like 3 cats that it was like they would just play hide and seek in that entire little area.
Yeah, there's still a couple of them there's one in particular right behind our house, as a matter of fact, that's still like, the bank doesn't know who owns it, blah, blah, blah. So the developer put a tax lien on it, and they have to wait like a certain amount of period before anybody can come forward, before they buy it on the courthouse steps in Fulton County. So that's it.
Interesting.
It is.
Interesting.
But it's a pretty cool neighborhood, though.
Yeah, definitely.
They're putting another modern house they're starting quote line over on the corner of Pearl and Fulton Terrace, Gaskell.
Oh, cool.
So, but that's okay for rental sound, but Cabbage Town might say, oh, historical preservation.
Right.
Historic preservation.
Right.
Who's this?
Bernadette.
Yeah, Bernadette. Did not want it.
She's sweet.
She's a regular here.
She's very nice.
Yeah, she's sweet.
I think that guy's name is Jack, maybe.
Oh, yeah?
Jack the Jack Russell.
Oh, this guy?
Maybe. I thought
not Jack Russell.
the mix.
Like a Catahoula or something.
Catahoula.
Like one of those Australian dogs.
One of those rares.
Johnny's in Greece for the next month, so we're told.
Well, I wonder how the staff feels about that.
They like it.
I bet.
Greece.
He's harsh. I always hear him yelling at them.
Oh, yeah. He steps on them all the time.
Is he Greek?
Yeah, he's hardcore Greek.
Really?
Does not get more Greek than him.
Really? I have to start training under him then.
I used to, or Tasso, the guy that owns the Majestic, also Greek. It's fun working for Greek people. They're harsh, but they're fair.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that the Greeks invented austerity measures.
Oh, really?
That's what they say.
Anyway, nice.
Yeah, nice seeing you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Enjoy your day off.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you will.
Yes,
Not
I
hard to
will.
do.
Say hi to everybody at Whole Foods.
I will. Take care, Joe.